Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy, Sean Peoples. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Reza. I'm here with my brother, Demby. Hey, people, if you like what we got going on, like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section, hit the notification bell. Ing, ling, ling. So you can keep up with everything that we got going on, man. It's Anything Goes podcast. You know how we're doing. The movement is real, baby. It's real. Yo, my brothers, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing today? What's going on, Demby?
All is good, all is good. Just stay up on the 1, 2, I'm going to watch you right. That's the message.
Straight. It's a Reza.
Challenge, son. I'm here.
Well, you know, you going on the yank now, we're going back on the yard style, because I got to talk about the weed.
The opposition,
we discover Bob Marley. Weed. Dashan Bunny. The great Bojo. Forget him. Well, yeah, man. So, my brothers, did Jamaica drop the catch in weed? Did Jamaica drop the catch in legalizing weed to being probably one of the world's most mass weed producers? Did Jamaica drop the catch? What would you say about that, Mr. Reza?
I think Jamaica have dropped the catch 150%. They have dropped that catch beyond. They cannot catch it anymore.
Beyond comprehension.
They cannot catch it. You know, it comes to this. Jamaica is not a place that you know, they're gonna go and do their own thing. I think they're more of a follower more than a leader, because they look at what other places are doing for them to go ahead and try to pursue what other places are doing.
I would agree with that, but I would say one thing. Could it be the pressures of the United States that may have stopped it?
I think that is a big part of it. But you have to look at this. You have to do what's in the best. Yes, and best for your country. You understand? Because you cannot look at what the United States is doing. Because look, the United States right now, weed is pretty much legal almost everywhere in the United States. You know. Side
note, I have my pot and pans ready to grow my 4 plants next month. And month after next.
So everywhere right now is legalizing it, and Jamaica is so far behind that, you know, it's not, you know, they're never going to make the money that they could have made.
Oh, it's impossible now.
Yeah, you know, as everybody's doing their own thing. They, you know, so, you know, they drop the catch big time, big time.
You know what's about to happen? In this hemisphere, the United States is about to become the biggest marijuana producers in probably the world, because there's so much space in the United States that you can grow marijuana. America is huge. A lot of people don't realize that. America is huge.
A lot of land.
And more than half, way more than half of the land in America, as in no one lives there. It's all trees and mountains and valleys and ranges. So America is there. That's what America is aiming its way to be, the #1 cannabis distributor in the world. Remember, I told y'all that. So Demby, do you feel like the great island of Jamaica dropped the catch on being the distributors of marijuana in that hemisphere?
Absolutely. They dropped the catch. And you see, the thing is, like Reza said, they can't catch it up. And the catch that they're dropping is like you're eating ice cream on a cone and the whole ice cream just drop off and just spill and splatter. You can't chop that again. You know, I remember a time when
nobody now look.
I scrape up the kubita. But not even that, them not even get the eye top anymore, because what the thing is, you know, Jamaica was literally neglecting the people who were planting these things and selling it. Tourists were flying from all over the world just to come to Jamaica, and part of their experience was to get some marijuana in Jamaica.
Yeah, people who were shocked that weed wasn't legal in Jamaica. When you tell them say weed's not legal, they're shocked.
It's not legal, right? When we travel overseas, people used to think that weed was legal in Jamaica because
and when you're telling them that they what?
Yeah.
Right. It's synonymous. Normally they thought it was synonymous with Jamaica.
Bob Marley, weed and the flag.
And the flag. And to tell you, like, I'm from the North Coast and tourists come in all the time. And what they're telling you is, where can we get some of that weed? They even go as far as call the weed Bob Marley. Where can
get some of the Bobby Marley.
Yeah. And you mean to tell me now America has taken over as probably the leading legalized country as far as weed is concerned, cannabis distribution, while Jamaica is still battling and struggling. This is crazy. We had our own way to freedom. Let me tell you something.
Better life.
Better economy, better life. You know what I'm saying? And we not only dropped the catch, but what about all the young men who were locked up for ounce of weed and all this stuff now in Jamaica? Now, how can that? People record have been spoiled. Police record right now have been stolen just because we decided that we are going to go lockstep with America. Now, America pull away and create their own formation now, and now we still standing in ranks. Like, what should we do now?
That's what America do. Fools.
Yeah.
Fools. So yeah, we more than drop the catch, man. We drop the catch, we drop everything.
This is like a World Cup cricket match, and last wicket, I'm on lick one flying ball in a year, and boy and that and drop the catch. Give them on them the one run where they need for win.
Yeah.
It like I don't before I even say my piece. So do we feel like it's our parents and our grandparents are to be blamed for this also? What you think, Reza?
Yeah, man, definitely, because when you have your grandparents or your parents and they see anybody smoking weed, they look at it as a bad thing. Like if they see the Rasta, they must look on a dirty dread and they come with him weed and a smoke and all them things there. Yeah, that's what I say. So, they are to be blamed for it too. If I think if it was embraced and look at it as something that could propel the country into wealth, into building more houses, into building more, hotels on the beaches, and we wouldn't have to be selling out half the country to other people.
City would probably be Kingston City and Portland would probably be the two biggest ports in this hemisphere.
Yeah. You understand? So, it was a gold mine. A lot of people looking at it as oil, but no, the weed in Jamaica was that gold mine, that they should have captured, embraced, and push it out. And they didn't.
Definitely. Dembe, what do you think? You think that our parents and grandparents are partly, we're not give them the full blame, but because they are not government officials, but are they partly to be blamed?
Yeah, definitely. They are partly to be blamed. I blame Christianity because the oppression that they put on the Rastafarian who was pushing the agenda from the beginning is the reason,
Them definitely put it on like especially the church people, they even to this day they're still against it, and they're not looking at it as something that can bring the country to a better place. You understand?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So they
hold on for a minute. Yes, brother. So you there say Christianity do now?
Yeah, brother. Christianity, oppressed the Rastafari and them who was leading the agenda. Who see this? They saw this gold mine from a long time ago,
Yeah.
And it was disturbing the way they treated those people who know that they found gold in the weed, because the weed was something that they could boil and not only smoke but boil and do all these things. But Christianity neglect the fact that, hey, this is what it is, to the point where if I was standing next to a Rastafari when I was a kid, I would probably get beaten for it.
Yeah, man. If you idolize Rastafari, the Rasta, your family members who are against it would lash out against you like
lash out.
Fool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Stay away from them boy.
Yeah.
Like as if those guys didn't have the right mindset to make their own decision on what they want to believe in and what they want to do with themselves. And not to talk bad about Christianity or anything, because that's not what we're doing. But the fact is that, a lot of people from where we're from have used Christianity to demonize Jamaicans, demonize all sorts of people, all sorts of things. Like marijuana could have saved Jamaica. Like Mr. Razor said, marijuana was literally gold for Jamaica, literally Jamaica's oil. And Jamaica's government has found a way to F that up. Jamaica government found a way to completely drop the catch. And our parents and grandparents with their back in the day thinking or the lack of seeing in the future way of thinking have played a big part in the destruction of the country when it comes to things like that. Weed being taboo to know that how much people you know when they smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
People smoke.
Yeah, I know pastors that smoke weed. Literally, pastors that smoke weed.
It's a medication source right now for people going through, terminal cancer, all type of pain issues. Weed is used for a lot of purpose right now.
I get drastic migraines, and my doctor asks me if I want him to prescribe weed for my migraines. But I don't need him to prescribe weed for my migraines because,
I'm gonna grow it.
I mean, it would be legal here in about a couple of days.
Your own supplier.
Yes, I could supply I don't need, the laws is, but really why I didn't want to, because at that point I had cut weed out of my life because I don't smoke or drink. So I'd cut weed out of my life to not be dependent on any substance. So I didn't want to have the free range of access to be able to get it when I want to, especially to get it when you want to legally. So that's why I turned it down. But I think our country has been dropping so much catches that it's crazy. We don't utilize our resources properly. And as Mr. Razor said and Demby said, we sell everything out to other countries and other places. I mean, pretty much we soon see a red dot on the Jamaican flag because we soon say are the United States of China.
Straight.
Because I do understand that sometimes you do need help to do certain things. But just like a person would say, invest in yourself. Invest in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Invest in the country. Go to the World Banks and get money and invest in making companies that these guys know that you can maybe hire these guys to come be the supervisors of building these roads instead of taking a whole different country come build the roads in the. I mean, come on, man. What is going on with our countries is just backwards. And if we had marijuana, none of this would be going on right now. I can promise you that. Look at Amsterdam. We have all been in the military. We have been to Amsterdam. Look at Amsterdam. Why do we think Amsterdam is the way it is?
Yeah, they legalized it. Their weed is legalized.
District.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, my brothers, if weed was legal in the country, do y'all believe that the country would be a vastly better place right now? What do you think, Razor?
Yeah, I definitely think it would be in a better place because the money would be flowing. The money that they're borrowing right now, like you said, they would have that money put away in the bank to use this money right now to build the roads, to build infrastructure, so they're putting themselves in debt for years, the next 50, 100 years, however long, for them to climb out of this debt, when this money that could have been put into the country and use that money to build infrastructure and get Jamaica the way it needs to be. You understand? Like you said, the catch was dropped big time. It's not even close.
Not even close. But Dembi, do you agree with that? That the country would be in a vast better state that it's in right now if we had legalized weed years ago?
Absolutely. You know how much jobs would be created with resources, just having the resources. You could have people still come and build those roads just off resources. You wouldn't have to take physical cash. Hey, we export this much weed, you come do this, and we trade off like that. So it wouldn't even have to be a financial issue. People would have so much jobs.
Farmers have jobs.
Farmers would have so much.
There'd be so much opening to do things.
Yeah. It's a sad thing.
Very sad. Very sad. And frankly, it shouldn't have happened. And my brothers, where do we go now? Quick answer, Mr. Razor. Where do we go now?
Well, if they started right now, they're behind. So I don't even have an answer for that to say where they would go, because I do not see it taking off the way it could have many years ago. So it's a lost cause. We drop the catch, and they have to put new blood into the system, so we could have the foresight for something else. I don't know what that could be right now, but we
don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Dembi, where do we go from here?
Well, we go back to manufacture more pimento and cassava.
Up to the mango, the man them can't sell properly.
The mango them can't sell. So we are in a dire straits, but hey, it's just a wait and see.
People, Jamaica decriminalized marijuana in 2015. That's 6 years ago. And Jamaica is importing marijuana to Canada and I think a few other countries barely, because they don't have enough supplies to do it. They don't have enough cannabis farmers to farm the marijuana and get it out in time. I heard that Canada was upset when last year, a year before last, that the order that they made from Jamaica couldn't get covered because Jamaica didn't have enough marijuana to give to them. Now, how is that possible? Because Jamaica cut down fields and fields and fields of marijuana and burn it up.
And it's not to say that they don't have the soil. They have and they have good soil. They have to produce this marijuana and send it up.
Everything that's needed for marijuana. We're known for marijuana. We're known for weed. Is our government has failed us. Our parents and our grandparents have technically helped the government fail the country with their backwards way of thinking and how they perceive life should go. And I'm not being disrespectful. It's just factual. Would you agree with that, Dembi?
Absolutely, it's factual. We seen it. We grew up and we were once growing up in Jamaica with the understanding that weed was a problem. And now to come see this full circle, of course, we got to hold our ancestors and our grandparents and parents accountable. They are the reason why the country did not move the needle forward, because I can tell you this, and whether for good or bad, my parents and grandparents were the reason why my brothers and my uncle and I didn't smoke weed and stuff like that, or even invest any time into it to find out what it really was.
Yeah, because they are got the worst thing on the planet. Worst thing you could do is go smoke some
worst weed. Thing, exactly. That's the worst thing you can do. So what about all those kids who could have become pharmacists and all them kind of thing, who if they experiment it would be, because obviously it's natural content. It's not nothing that is synthetic based. And maybe one of these great Jamaican scientists could have figured something out just by testing it, messing with it. But the way they discriminate it, it's like you wouldn't even want to touch it. So, you know, they did a disservice to the millennials and the baby boomers. Yeah,
definitely. They did a disservice to the country from now until the future. I don't know what we can use to make a comeback. I guess find a big patch of oil, but weed was our oil. Weed would have made Jamaica the Caribbean Dubai. And Jamaica dropped the catch. Our government, our grandparents, our parents, the elders in Jamaica dropped the catch. You are partly to be blamed. You don't get fully blamed because you're not the government, you know, but you're partly to be blamed for this too. And some of you might still be thinking in your mind, oh, no, legalize weed for what? Idiots. This is what. Now the country is in poverty and going down a road where we don't see any turnaround for it.
Absolutely. We should have been driving in Jamaica and seeing marijuana like how we see the cane field.
Man, you know, but stick to pimento, like them be say. You know, sometimes see how, you know, that's gonna get us far. But you know, it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. I'm here with my brothers. We're just having some good conversation, talking about what we know, you know, sharing some light on how Jamaica could possibly move forward in the future or not, you know. So I'm here with my brother Demby. I'm here with my brother Mr. Razor. I am Sean Peoples. If you like the vibes, you like what we got going on, like, subscribe, share.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Comment. Yes. Or ring the notification bell so you can catch everything we have going. And did I forget to tell them to subscribe?
Sure
absolutely.
Did.
Subscribe. You
subscribe.
Sure did.
All right.
Yes, so it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. We out. Jamaica, we love you, know, but we still have a beat, you know. You know the thing go.